Hello everyone. It's Thursday. That means I have to make something sweet. Sweet Thursday. Let's call it that. Anyway, today we're going to make lemon lavender cookies. And this is what you will need. Okay? And I will have the ingredients also written in the description if you're not getting this. Okay? All right. Perfect. So, in the bowl with a sieve, I have my 2 cups of flour and my 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. And I'm just going to sift that together. All right. Behind me, I also have my oven preheating to 325 degrees. So it's a little bit milder of an oven as opposed to the typical 350 degrees that we bake everything else at. All right, so that is all sifted together perfectly. And behind me in my mixer, I have my 2 sticks of butter. My 2 sticks of butter and my 2/3 of a cup of sugar. And we're going to cream that together. Making sure to scrape down when it sticks all over the sides. Just make sure to scrape that down. And it should always be at room temperature. Everything that you bake with should be at room temperature because you just get a better result that way. All right, so after that creams together really well, we're going to add all of our other ingredients and then slowly add the dry ingredients as well. All right. I'm sure that's doing its thing nicely. Okay, so in the meantime, while that's going, I'm going to prepare our extracts here. Alright? So, I'm going to do 3/4 of a teaspoon of vanilla extract. You want to make sure that it's a really good vanilla extract. Okay? And then I'm also going to add 1/8 of a teaspoon of pure lemon extract. Now be sure you kind of stick close to the 1/8 measurement instead of the 1/4 measurement because you don't want lemon flavoring to overpower your lavender too much, okay? Because I also would like to try to glaze these cookies when they're done with a lemon lavender glaze, and hopefully that works out. We'll see. That'll be the first time that I'm ever glazing them. So, okay, so that looks really nice. I have 1 egg at room temperature. And I'm going to make sure it gets incorporated really well. Okay. Pushing down on the sides. Pushing down on the sides. Okay, I'm going to add my extracts now. That's starting to smell really good. Okay, And right here in this plate, I have 1 teaspoon of lemon zest that I zested earlier. And these are lavender flowers dried that I got at my natural food store, New Seasons. You can get them either online or at a natural food store or gourmet food store for that matter, should you have one in your area, okay? Okay, and that's being incorporated. Smells wonderful. Now I'm going to slowly add my dry ingredients. Lowering the speed when you do that, otherwise it all flies out everywhere. Too funny. I didn't realize that it was going so fast. Alright, so you just want a good incorporation right there, and then you want to take it out, making sure to take it off the beater right there. That looks really nice. My dogs are having a wonderful time with all the stuff that fell on the floor. Which was not a whole lot, I'm just saying. Okay. Just lightly flour the surface of the board. Okay, because what you need to do next is, it should look like that. Okay? Typical cookie dough. And what you want to do next is pour it out on a board so that you can get the whole thing in a ball. Okay, and then we're going to wrap it in plastic. This really looks nice and smells so pretty. Okay, get it in a nice ball, just like that. Okay. You can really see the little lavender flowers in there, and you can smell the lemon extract that you put in there along with the zest of that lemon. Okay, and then you want to get a piece of plastic wrap. Any plastic wrap is fine. I don't even know why mine is pink, but it is. Okay. And wrap it up. Chill it in the refrigerator until it's firm, okay? And I will see you back when it's firm. Okay. My dough is very firm. You want it to firm up because of all the butter that's in there. And I placed it on a lightly floured board, cutting board, and I also lightly floured my roller. Okay, and now I'm going to roll this dough out to approximately a 1/4 inch thick. Shaping as you go. You want to make sure that your rolling pin is really very well floured. Otherwise, you're going to have problems with sticking. Starting to look really nice. Try to get it as even as you can. And by the way, while I was waiting for this dough to get stiff, I played around with some glazes. Remember I told you I wanted to try to glaze these cookies? Not a good idea, so we're not going to do it. I didn't like any of them. I made a glaze with lemon juice. I didn't like it. I made a glaze with lemon extract. I didn't like it. So we're just going to make them as is. And this is a very shortbready dough. So really, in reality, it doesn't really need any glaze. Just be really nice, pretty little cookies. All right. Now, working in batches, I have an ungreased cookie sheet, okay? Ungreased. And I, believe it or not, don't have any cookie cutters. However, I have a regular glass. See how small the diameter is? 2.5 inches. So, we're just going to slice out cookies, just as if we were to be using if you have to flour the edges of the glass, do so. And it looks like that. Isn't this cute? Just place it on the ungreased cookie sheet. Bake 12 to 15 minutes. 12 to 15 minutes depending, so I would start with maybe 13.5 minutes. 6 of them fit on a cookie sheet pretty well, just like that. All right. I'm starting with 13 minutes. Then get your other cookie sheet ready to go. So also, you know, whatever's left, you can always roll it up again. You can stick it back in the refrigerator if you need to stiffen up a little bit. And then just roll it out again. So on until you have used up all your dough. Okay? Making sure to reflour after every time that you do that. Making sure to reflour. Reflour your rolling pin by just doing that. Okay? Now, of course, you can play around with your extracts and how much lemon zest you use. And I didn't want this cookie to be in your face lemony, because I think that it should be more of a delicate cookie, a delicate tasting cookie. I just felt like that. I just felt like it should just be more delicate than sending sensations through your mouth. Okay. And just cut the same way like you did. Making sure that there's 6 on there, not to overcrowd. Okay, and I have 3 waiting. Okay. I gotta roll it out again. I couldn't decide what to make today for the sweet. Just couldn't decide what I was gonna do. Of course, I can always make something else later. But I don't make cookies very often, so I thought this was just gonna really be a nice change. Okay, and I have 6 more waiting. Six more waiting to go in. Then, of course, when they're done baking, let them rest for a couple of minutes before taking them off and cooling them on a wire rack. Alrighty, I think that's just about all we're going to get out of that. So now, basically, I have 9 waiting. Okay, and that's that. I will see you back here when the buzzer goes off. Okay, they are all baked, and this is what they look like. That's the top. This is the bottom. I found that because I used a 2.5 inch rather than 2 inches, it was more on the 15-minute side for each batch. It yielded 21 cookies. Do not overbake. These do not get crispy golden brown, you know, so do not overbake, otherwise you're going to just really have hockey pucks on your hand. Okay? And what a delightful little cookie. I'm enjoying mine with a little cinnamon tea, my favorite. Very good. Lemony, not in your face. It's a very rich cookie. Shortbread, so it's not going to be like your typical chocolate chip cookie. But very good. I like that. Ice cream, maybe for a little girl's tea party. Very good. Enjoy.